Hi folks. So it's been 2 weeks since I last talked to you, and as far as the roommate situation goes, Mason, who you remember us talking about, is all in for the roommate thing. He and I FaceTimed last week. Last week, not this week, but last week. He and I both feel very good about this. So anyway, we were at Opera House Coffee, and so here's what I did. Spare room was great. Spare room has been good. If you have ever done roomie.com, it sounds like an absolute disaster. And I was on there for a little bit, and it's like you can get on there, but you can't contact anybody unless you pay. And the reviews are horrible.
They're terrible. You need to get online and even just go to their website just to read the reviews. They are wonderful. Don't give them a dime, but read the reviews. It's incredible. That is the funniest thing.
We were laughing until we were crying. So
literally crying. It was awesome.
What happened, I got on roomiematch.com, which is kind of weird because it's like they don't publish your listings, they don't take photographs, they take your information in a survey form or an interview as they call it, and then they match you with people that are similar personality type wise. So they kind of go through like 40 questions of, you know,
some are pretty funny.
The dishes and how do you feel about the dishes? Like, do you feel like they need to be done the moment that you're finished eating, or do you think that, you know, until they topple over? How do you feel about cleaning? Do you think everyone should pitch in for house cleaning? Do you think everyone should divvy up chores? Or do you think that just whenever someone gets the urge that they should clean?
It's really funny. Some of those questions are great.
And then they asked about religion, and they said down the scale where it was like, I don't associate with religion at all, to I decorate my walls according to my religion, which would be the closest thing for me. Because the other one was like, I love my religion, especially when it gets me off for holidays. I'm like, well, that's not very genuine, but anyway. So
you're gonna have a big like a cross and a big thing all over your wall about
life-size cross on the wall.
Yes, a life-size cross on the wall.
100%.
Yes, a life-size cross and a banner of Mary or something.
I'm not Catholic.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what you decorate your walls with.
Do you have Mary on your wall?
I don't, but I don't decorate my walls with my religion. I don't know. I don't decorate my walls because you painted them.
You have crosses?
I do. You have
a big portrait of Jesus in your study that we filmed out last time.
True, we do. And the whole thing across, like when you first walk in, oh my gosh, my religion makes me decorate the wall.
I've only coming out, so I've got like 79 emails. They don't publish them. There's no app. There's no website. They send you emails for each individual person that matches with you. And so I had like 79 matches, I think. And I got all of them this morning. So it kind of goes through this whole thing about, you know, personalities, and it kind of gives you their whole interview and their questionnaire and things they answered, basically. Andrew, why are you looking for a roommate now? I want to live in Southern California. What do you like to do in your free time? Video games, hiking, and boba.
Boba?
What do you do?
Tea?
Yeah, the tea.
That's what he does in his spare time?
I guess so.
He makes boba tea. He drinks it.
You'll love the third down here. What do you do for a living? Registered behavioral technician. I work with kids.
He technologically behaviors children? Okay.
Are you extra sensitive to anything? Nope. Maybe durian. I don't think he has to worry too much about that. Did you have a conflict with a previous roommate? By the way, I have had a previous roommate situation that was bad, and I had to evict him because of bed bugs. It was not good. It was a very bad time of my life. But anyway, yeah. Do you have a conflict with a previous roommate? Whenever I usually have conflicts, I never leave it unspoken. I will always want row debrief with you and try to make us both happy. Row debrief with you and try to make both of us happy. Yeah. What might be your ideal roommate situation? Same personality will be ideal.
Same personality as what? Boba tea?
As him. Yeah, boba tea.
Same personality as someone who socially engineers kids and boba tea.
actually the next one he answered. It says roommates, potential promiscuity / one night stands. And the answer he selected, which is not the answer I selected, said trick or treat at the breakfast table is fun.
What did you put?
I think I put, that's fine if you want to be promiscuous, but don't bring them to my house. Like, I don't want people getting stolen. Folks, I was in Washington, D.C., and I had a roommate when I was an intern on Capitol Hill. And one night, in the middle of the night, I don't know why I woke up, but I happened to wake up, and there is a naked man sitting in the middle of the floor who I didn't know. And I was freaking out because I leave my wallet out at night. Well, it turns out my roommate brought him home, and he was like, "No, he's fine. Like, I'm sure he's fine, but I keep my wallet. I keep my wallet out at night." And then he took my roommate's only towel, goes and knocks on the door across the hall, and they all start cackling and having a good old time. And my dad was there that weekend, who was the high school principal at the time, so very little tolerance for ridiculousness. And he goes and shuts our door. I have no idea whatever happened to that man. I only saw him that one time. There's a man wandering around in the world that I have only seen naked.
Hey, that's something to put in your memoir.
Yeah, Margaret was going to have a Democratic watch party, and she was all concerned about me being there. I'm like, it's okay. You can watch that. That's fine. But anyway. Don't let me talk about Margaret. I went from being angry to being all good. Then I went back to being angry again.
It's the fourth stage of grief.
Yeah.
What is that? Like denial, acceptance? Like, I don't know.
I don't think I'm grieving. I think I'm just upset. This site actually, they actually physically look at every application to approve it, so that they're not putting any creepers or any salespeople or bots or anything. Like, this is legit, so it takes forever to get anything done because it's people doing it, not just random electronic machines.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love that. This is a pretty legit site.
Well, we shut that place down.
We did.
Crossing the street. So anyway, I have several good options. I just want to share with you guys that, just to show you what kind of fun encounters I'm having yet again with this roommate search.
We need to say that whatever is in our, wait, before you go anywhere, we need to say whatever our fortune cookies say.
Oh yeah, we gotta do fortune.
It has to do with your roommate search.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Here we go.
So whatever our fortune cookies say have to do with your roommate search. What are they? We just had Chinese food. And so whatever these say has directly to do with your roommate search.
Alright, folks.
What does yours say? It's your roommate search.
You will make many changes before settling satisfactorily.
Oh no. This
Transfer complete.
Cannot prophesy that.
Focus on your long-term... Ooh, this is a good one. Okay, this is about your roommate search.
Oh, Lord.
Focus on your long-term goal. Your wish will be granted... next year. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's when you'll get settled in your place that you're staying longer.
Cookie.
Hey, it's a fortune cookie.
It's a fortune cookie, and your family will boot me out of that house before January.
No.
So, wild adventures with the roommate search, but it is going to be good, and I will let you guys know whenever I talk to some of these people. But until roomiematch.com decides to see my credit card number that I gave to them, then I cannot contact anybody. So, I'm going to Longview, Texas tomorrow. If you guys remember Trailer from season 2, his dad passed away, so I'm going to travel to Longview to the funeral. Probably will be bringing you along, not to the funeral itself, but probably along the journey, because again, season 3 was supposed to be Los Angeles, and here I still am.
You'll get there.
So yeah.
I think you should check out the one that just said searching, searching, searching.
That said searching room, so I won't. So I won't be homeless.
I don't want to be homeless.
Yeah.
These people are so funny. If you ever need a laugh, check out roommate search pages. It's like it's like a really bad version of a dating website.
And folks, alright. Okay guys, good morning. It is September 28th, I think. And anyway, I'm leaving for the funeral. Bringing my shirt with me, we'll change into that later. So yeah, gonna go see, show support to my friend Trailer. And death has been affecting me a lot lately. I found out yesterday that my dear friend Mrs. Drew, who you'll remember Mrs. Drew from the bonus episode on season 1, where I was moving her across country to Wilmington. She died in a car wreck yesterday in Wilmington. So I've been doing a lot of pondering about death. A pastor of mine mentioned about it 4 weeks ago. He said you really can't fully embrace life until you've processed your own mortality. Because the moment that you realize that your death is imminent, that death will come, instead of putting it out of your mind and just assuming that you're always going to have today, until you do that, then you really and truly can't fully jump out and really embrace life. Because once you realize that death is imminent, you realize your time is limited, and how are you gonna spend that time? And maybe that's why I'm so adventurous with my film endeavors and trusting God and going after those things, because first of all, I know what God has said, but then also I know that my time is limited and I don't want to waste my life doing things that are meaningless. So I am going to a funeral, but since I'm going 3 hours into East Texas, I am definitely going to stop and do some fun things along the way. So that's why you guys are coming along with me. And this is just a solo trip. Tanya Swader had been working fervently for 11 days and had a day off that she needed to catch up on some personal stuff. So she is not with us. Ms. Lamanda is getting herself ready to go to New York next week, so she's packing this weekend. So we are going to Longview, Texas. So it should be an adventure, folks. So I just had lunch at the Fuji Japanese restaurant here in Longview. I was a little bit disappointed by it. I didn't think the sushi looked well made, and it didn't really taste all that flavorful, which is kind of disappointing because sushi's so awesome. But anyway, so that's what it is. I'm really sad for my friend Trailer. I've never had to process the loss of a parent, certainly not in my early 20s. So obviously I will not be bringing the camera into the funeral. Well guys, it wouldn't be a vlog if we didn't encounter a Texas courthouse. This is the Wood County Courthouse in Quitman, Texas. Also, Quitman is the hometown of Academy Award winner Sissy Spacek. We are in Sulphur Springs, Texas, on their courthouse square, and they have these toilets that are one-way mirrors, two-way mirrors, whatever you call them. Yeah. So you can go in there and use the toilet where you can see everything going on outside, but they can't see you because it is a mirror on the outside. So yeah. Alright guys, if you are in North Texas for the first time, you should always come here. It may not be Paris, but it is Paris, Texas. This is the famous Paris, Texas Eiffel Tower, complete with a cowboy hat. Yeah, obviously quite a bit smaller than the one in Paris, but there it is. And it's right next door to the War Memorial. I can get that in the shot. There we go. The War Memorial. for the veterans of Lamar County. So yeah, you should definitely come to see the famous Paris, Texas Eiffel Tower. There's actually a film called Paris, Texas from the 70s or 80s with Henry Dean Stanton in it. It was a story about some guys, and one of the guys said that his mother lived in Paris, Texas, which is where they were originally aiming to come to. But from what I understand, having never seen the film, they never make it to Paris, Texas in the film. It was not filmed here. And then the one photograph that they show in the film that they say is of Paris, Texas, is actually like desert-like. And all of West Texas is desert, or not all of it, but a lot of West Texas is desert. East Texas is not. East Texas is very foresty, as you can see from the footage today. So, yeah, I just thought you guys should see the famous Paris, Texas Eiffel Tower. But yeah, and then I guess Paris, Texas, the film is supposed to be great. I just have never seen it. So, yeah,